Hi, welcome back to ODE YouTube channel, and today I have here another sticky package. It's sticky because I ripped the labeling here with the address. This is another package that I received from China, and I want to show you what I have inside. So we'll have here two pens. One is green, so I brought here my Victorinox knife from 2017, and let's see what we have here. I will just cut the package because I don't want to be just trying to open it correctly. And here we have one pen, and here we have the other pen and an empty package. So let's see what we have here. We have two pens. And, as I told you, one pen is a Jinhao pen. You can see it here. I hope. Maybe not. No, not lots of information. It's there. Model 80. So, Jinhao 80 is a pen like this. Look at this. Does it remind you of anything? So this is something that I had to buy because I saw it. It has this brushed feeling plastic or whatever material it is. And I decided it would be fun to compare with my new vintage Lamy 2000. So in the exterior it is exactly the same, but it's not a piston filler. As Grease Wrap 52 mentioned in my previous video about the unboxing of the Jinhao X159, he said, I told on that video that the next step would be to have a piston filler to go from the X159 to be closer to the Montblanc 149, and he said no, but Jinhao doesn't make lever filler pens. Sorry, not lever filler. I'm a little bit tired. They don't make piston filler pens. Let me just show you what I'm talking about. I'm talking about these two. This is a Montblanc 149. This was my previous video with big nib, and this is the Jinhao X159, which is a nicer version of the old 159, and it has a number 8 nib, which is fun. So, but this was about previous video, so I would say only thing that's missing is the piston, but as Grease Wrap 52 said, that may never happen. Otherwise, it's very similar with the 2000. In the exterior, when we opened it, we can see that this has a ring. The other one is very different. And then it has a nib that reminds us of the Lamy Safari. The same kind of nib. Hope you can see it. And it is a fine nib with Jinhao logo. And you open it and it is a cartridge converter pen. So it is an interesting pen. This part is metal. I'm really curious about watching it writing, and I just want to know what I have here. It's interesting because on the outside it is just like the Lamy 2000. I will just do a close-up here. Okay, it's a little better now. So this is the Jinhao 80. Just for comparison purposes, I have here the Lamy A1, and when you uncap both, you have more similar pen, but this doesn't have the ring. It's bigger, but it has the typical, not typical Lamy Safari nib, because it has the Lamy A1 nib, which is more rounded. And I think that this nib is more pointy than the nib on the Safari, but I don't have a Safari here for comparison, so I'll do that when I'll make more videos about this pen, that I will make. And then I have here the Lamy 2000 that I got, and you can see on the outside they are really similar. The concept is the same, so they are trying to do almost the same thing, but when you open, this one has these little things that catch the cap. It has metal end part of the section, the nib, that is semi-hooded nib. This one is very different in construction because it has this ring, which is very different from that. It has this little thing that will catch the cap there next to the nib, and then the nib is metal, and it is all exposed. So you can see they are different, but they have stuff really in common, and I just... Okay, it's not a perfect fit, but it fits, and it really looks like a 2000. So, interesting pen. It is around, I'm not sure, less than 8 euros, and I thought I should have it. Not because I'm completely, madly in love with it, or because I'm very interested in this pen as it is, but I'm quite interested because of the channel. I think it will be... No, this is the real Lamy. I think it will be an interesting pen to show, and... Okay. Sometimes I buy pens because I think they will make interesting videos. So this is one. The other one that came from the same seller is this, and this is a Majohn pen, as you may see there. Let me take this wrap, and we don't have any information about which pen it is, but I think it's there, A1. So I went for a Majohn A1. And why? Do I need one? No. But I just had to try it. We have instructions here. We have a cartridge, a refillable cartridge there with a stopper. We have a converter, and we have a little pipette to fill the cartridge or the converter. And then we have the pen here in this wrap, in this elastic on the bottom of the box. The box is looks quite nice, and let's take it out and let me show it to you. It is the Majohn A1, and Majohn A1 is clearly a copy, and I'm not saying that in a depreciative, I hope this word exists in English. No, I can say it. I'm not saying this in a bad way. I just saying it is a copy of the other, not saying this is bad, it is a copy, because there are so many copies of pens and so many other things in our lives, so it's kind of normal. And it is kind of a perfect copy of the Pilot capless. So the same kind of cartridge, the same kind of cover that goes over the cartridge, the same everything. I saw some videos about this pen, and the nib unit is completely interchangeable and so on. I need to check that. This is an extra fine. I wanted a fine, but it wasn't available. So I will try this pen and let you know. I thought it would be a good idea to have a Pilot capless here just to show. This is a green one, and I brought here my Pilot green Kazuri, which is this green carbonesque finish, and the pen is almost a perfect match. Maybe I would say it's maybe just 1 millimeter longer, but the same kind of clip, same kind of everything. The finish on this one is different, but there are similar finishes. There is a similar green, I think. The ring is different because this one has this ring and it says Pilot Japan, and this one says Moonman, not Majohn, because they changed the name, and it has some logo there or some stuff in this ring. And then let me just take it out. We have here the nib unit for the Majohn and the nib unit for the Pilot, and you can see they are really similar. Let me put them side by side. The Pilot is on the left with breather hole and the Majohn on the right with no breather hole. So it's a very similar pen. I wonder even if these parts are interchangeable. Not completely, not perfectly, but they screw in place. I think not all the way down, but they are really similar pens. So this was an interesting thing. Let me put the Majohn nib unit inside, no, not this part, inside the Pilot pen, and working perfectly. So this is kind of fun. They really made a version much more affordable than the Pilot. This is around 30 euros, so much less expensive than a Pilot capless. And I think this is a great opportunity if you want a Pilot capless and you are not sure if you like the weight, the size, or even the clip between the fingers, because you'll write like this. This will be a good option. The weight seems similar, maybe the Majohn a little heavier, but I'm not sure. And so this would be very comparable. Additionally, Majohn sells these pens with clip and without clip. The ones without clip have a roller stop there somewhere on the barrel to avoid it to roll off the table. So they are very similar. And because I brought this one here, I also brought another pen for comparison. You know that I like to do this, and it is another Chinese capless fountain pen. This is an older one. This is the Dagong 56. It's not a good pen. It's a little bit ugly, but at one time Pilot had a similar design, so this is similar to older Pilot, not to modern Pilot. And you can see it has a nib, but the nib unit is very different. And this is how it compares with the old Chinese, new Chinese, and the Japanese. Of course, when we are talking about these capless pens, we need to remember that there is also the Pilot firm, and this one has this filling system, like the aerometric filling system. But I have to say that there is Majohn, maybe there are more, I don't know, but I know there is Majohn, Dagong, Pilot. Visconti also has a capless. Pilot has the capless, the other one, I don't know if it is the Lux version, I don't know how it's called. It is the newest version. They have the Decimo, which is slimmer. They have the Fermo, which opens by rotating. So I was telling Visconti also has one retractable pen. Platinum has the Curidas, and Lamy also has the Dialogue 1 and Dialogue 3 and Dialogue CC, and they are different pens because they rotate and they have a concept more similar with the Pilot Fermo. But these are 3 capless pens that I wanted to show you. So again, if I showed you the pens, let's take the Dagong out because it's not that similar, and let's bring the Jinhao 80 and this is the real one, the Lamy 2000, into this photo, and you will see they are really similar with the originals. This Jinhao is more different. as I told you, because inside they are not the same pen. One is a piston filler, other is a cartridge converter. Hooded nib versus exposed nib, gold small nib. Okay, they are different, but these ones are almost the same, with the exception of this ring and the fact that the nib on the Majohn is made of steel instead made of gold. So, but this is, I think this is really, these are really interesting pieces to the collection, and most of all they are interesting for the channel to show you some comparisons. I'm not sure if there is any video about the Jinhao 80 yet, but there are some videos about these Majohn, so my videos will not be very innovative, but I think it's always very nice to have more opinions out there, and I was really curious about this one. And sometimes you think, okay, I will stop buying Chinese pens. I'm not saying that in a way. I'm not saying that Chinese pens are bad, but sometimes they don't have the same kind of value. And recently, even, okay, this is not about this one, but let me just put it here and put the other one here. So I'm finding that lately these Chinese pens are much, much better. They may be copies or not, but that's not what we are talking about. Many times the designs they are copying are not original either, and sometimes they are so old that the copy would be free anyway. So this is really interesting. They are getting better and better, and they have some interesting designs, and I just needed to get into them. So this is all for today. I talked a lot for just an unboxing, but that's the way I am. I hope to meet you here soon on the channel for more videos like this. I hope you enjoyed, and see you next time. Bye.